we're going to make Elspeth into a creature. We're going to give Elspeth 1/1 counters, but we're also going to Lithoform Engine and double up on said counters. And we're going to give Vigilance and Lifelink and make it a 10/10. Now, I'd say that's pretty good. Oh, man, the combos in this deck are wild. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's intro is going to be a bit of a spoiler alert, just a heads up, because we took Esper Planeswalkers to a level of absurdity today that is very hard to describe. So I'm just going to outright tell you that at one point in this video, we turned one of our Planeswalkers into a 17/17 flying first strike vigilance and lifelink creature. Yes, you heard me correctly. It was outrageous, and I am not going to repeat what I just said because that was a mouthful. But before I dive into this deck and show you guys just exactly how it works, if you are new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support and grow the channel, and I would greatly appreciate that. With that being said, let's jump into it because holy cow, is this deck full of nonsense. All right, so there's a brand new card if you guys missed it. It's Luxior Giada's Gift. This thing is crazy. It attaches itself for 1 mana to a Planeswalker. And basically that equipped creature gets 1/1 for each counter, which is pretty crazy. That's going to add up pretty quickly. But you equip it to a Planeswalker for just 1 mana, and that Planeswalker now becomes a creature and is no longer a Planeswalker. I saw this and went, okay, we can do some crazy things with this. And this is where we landed, and it is phenomenal. We have Esper Planeswalkers. We have a very similar shell as we usually do with this deck. We've made a couple versions of this deck already in the past, but we have a full playset of Kato because it's an early drop draw machine. It's going to draw us a ton of cards. We've also got 3 Wandering Emperor and 3 Sorens for life gain and, you know, those versatility type plays where we can exile, you know, put 1/1 counters on things. We could create tokens. Tokens have lifelink, and Soren also draws us cards, so it's very helpful. And Teferi made the cut in today's video because Teferi is going to be able to untap our creatures that we turn, you know, when we turn our Planeswalkers into creatures in attack, we can then untap those creatures to then block with, which can get really, really crazy because our Planeswalkers are going to get massive. And then we've also got Lithoform Engine as a way to copy for 2 mana all of our Planeswalker effects, which we get to do quite a bit in this video, and it's really, really nice. And it's going to be able to like let us do, you know, 2 pluses on Teferi. Teferi doesn't get double loyalty, but it does its effect 2 different times. So it's really nice to have Teferi with the Lithoform Engine because it can untap the engine and allow us to do double value again on another Planeswalker's loyalty counters. And then here's where the real kicker happens. Elspeth, a brand new Planeswalker. Its +1 ability allows us to put 1/1 counters on creatures, as well as counters for lifelink, flying, first strike, and vigilance. You see where we're going with this spoiler now? So we animate a Planeswalker, we start putting all these counters onto them, and it becomes GG really, really fast. So in order for us to get there, of course, we have to have some, you know, forms of control. So we have full playset of Doomscar because it's probably still the greatest sweeper out there right now. And we've got a full playset of Voidrend and Obscura Charm. These are the 2 best 3 mana spells, I think, in any of the set, you know, color schemes. Obscura Charm is the best charm by far. It's a counter spell, which also acts as a removal spell, which is fantastic. But it also can bring back your Kato from the graveyard onto the battlefield, which is phenomenal as like it's just a backup last, you know, resort type of a play. So there's a lot of versatility with this card. And then Voidrend is phenomenal removal spell because it cannot be countered and it can target anything, which is amazing. So both of these instant speed as well, which makes them even better. And then the draw spell of choice that we went with today is Mentor's Guidance because this allows us to draw for 3. We can scry 2, draw 2, and that's because we control a lot of Planeswalkers, and that is the only downside to this card is you need a Planeswalker in order to copy it, making it the ability to draw 2 off of it instead of just the 1. But that's the deck in a nutshell, guys. I've explained it the best I could, but you're just gonna have to see it. The combos on this thing are insane. So please enjoy today's gameplay footage. We'll meet you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, guys, we have a deck for the ages today. This is one that I've been banking on for like the closer of the week. And I think this one comes out on Wednesday, but this is gonna be like the what you call it? What would I call it? The grand finale. That's the word I'm looking for. Grand finale. And the reason it's the grand finale is because we updated our planeswalker list, and let me tell you, man, this thing is fire. Absolute fire. Cannot wait to showcase this thing, man. All right, we have no turn 2, so let's go ahead and drop the Luxior. Luxior, a new card. Sorry, my allergies are going crazy. The Luxior is a new card that is going to allow us to do some serious shenanigans. Am I gonna get hit with a Jawari Disruption here? I feel like I am. Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank God. Sometimes you gotta play through it, man. You gotta play through the pain. And that was one of those moments. Play through the pain. That's what my wrestling coach used to tell me. Just kidding. You wrestle through the pain. Sometimes that's really bad advice. If you got some pains, guys, get it checked out. All right. Brutal Cathar, you monster. You monster. You know what's funny though is I can do this. Check this out. I can do this. But then it would only be a 1/1 and that would kill it. So unfortunately we just got a plus here. Yeah, that's kind of whack, but it is what it is. All right. We will play the Wandering Emperor on this turn, and we'll take 3 damage. It's fine. We'll get the 3 back when we minus. I'm sorry, we'll get 2 back when we minus. Yep. I feel a little better that we didn't see anything on turn 2 as far as counter magic goes, like no negates, no Jawaris. So I'm feeling a little more confident in the fact that we will be okay with not being countered at all, because you know, Brutal Cathar is also a pretty good sign that they're doing some other weird stuff. All right. Do they replay the Brutal Cathar? That's a good question. They don't. They Delver of Secrets. Fair enough. All right, guys. Here's where things get a little strange. Here's where things get a little weird. We're gonna go ahead and Luxor the Kato. Put the 1/1 counter and first strike on Kato. I am worried about bounce spells here though, because it does look like they're running obviously Fading Hope. Probably more so for their own creatures here, but we do have counter magic too, so feeling pretty comfortable with this. And when we attack here, Kato then pluses itself and gets us some card draw. So Kato is now drawing us cards because it is attacking itself. They say nice. I say thanks.
I know something
Thank you. I thought it was a pretty cool combo too. It took me forever to get this thing together. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This deck started as Bant, then it was Mardu, now it's Esper, and let me tell you, Esper is by far the best version. By far. Not even close. I have to give this up, believe it or not. I have to give it up. And the reason I have to give this up is because they have Brutal Cathar. And when it comes down to try to take Kato, I'm going to blow it up. I actually don't have to do it this turn, because I don't have to take the 3. But I am still going to do it because I need my 3 mana open to protect my Kato with the Obscura Charm. So I'll need the 3 mana, because this will transform. Another Fading Hope, okay. But it is going to turn back into daytime, which feels bad. Definitely going to get down a Sorin here, because the Sorin will get us a 2/3 lifelink body to block with. Attack in with Kato. Kato draws us another card. Alright, so now we're susceptible to whatever sort of shenanigans our opponent wants to do. I could have actually switched the Luxior over to the Sorin too, to have an extra creature to block with, which is pretty interesting, and saved Kato, but it is what it is. Kato will come back though as a Planeswalker once I kill the Brutal Cathar, so All's well there. I just need to get through this one turn. If I can get through this one turn and hold the charm up, we'll be good. They're gonna minus on the Kato here. That's brutal. At least they can't attack into me though with that Delver. Nice. They can't attack with the Delver. That feels really good. We get to copy this because we have a Planeswalker. Don't need any more land, I don't think. I think we need to find a solution to the Wandering Emperor issue. That's not a bad card, but I think we need to pass for now. That's a good card. I didn't play a land this turn. I did, didn't I? Yeah. Ah, there it is. Okay. All right, let's draw another card. I can reveal, sure. I think I'm gonna hold counter magic up. My counter magic up. If I attack in here against their Wandering Emperor, I think that's the play because they're going to take this token with the Brutal Cathar, whichever way you slice it. So if we could take out either the Emperor or the Delver, I'll take it. And then the Delver I can kill with the Obscura Charm. They are going to counter the Obscura Charm, but I mean, as far as counters go, I'd rather them counter this than, let's say, an Elspeth or a Teferi. So they hit me with the Saw coming. Boom. We're good. We still have a 2/3 lifelinking flyer. This is a very complex game, man. It's kind of annoying, I can't lie. What's cool is I can bring an Elspeth, though, attach the Luxior to it, and then plus it for some serious carnage. This is going to be insane. Let's attach this to Elspeth. Elspeth comes down as a creature. Elspeth plus is up, and we give our own Elspeth the 1/1 counter. They have something. It's going to be bounced. I'm guessing it's bounced. And let's give it lifelink because we really need to gain some life here. Bounce spell. All right, and then our opponent, I'm sure, is going to drop the Brutal Cathar here. They're going to steal the Elspeth. I'm going to Doomscar the board, though, and we're going to be right back in this with another Elspeth. Kind of rinse, repeat. I wonder, though, if Elspeth keeps the lifelink counter and stuff on it when we get it back. That's a good question. That's a really good question, actually. Very interesting situation we have here. Well, I think we attack first because Elspeth is going to have summoning sickness. Plus, we need to know if they have any other tools that they want to waste their mana on. Do we get it? Does it resolve? Is there a negate? There's no saw it coming. Nice! Let's go. That's huge. That is huge. I'm going to actually just minus here. Play it safe. For this turn, at least. Let's get a Kato. Nice. Kato draws us a card because we did attack with a 2/3 flyer. Nice. All right, end our turn, and that should be the game, man. What an interesting game we just had, though. We went against a tempo, an Azorius tempo list. Kind of a, if I had to guess, that was probably one of the harder matchups for us because of the counter magic, and yeah, it's not a really fun matchup for us. All right, so we plus this up. We give it the lifelink again because we are at 13, so lifelink is kind of important. And then Teferi will just untap it after we attack in. I guess I could have probably played another Elspeth and put a 1/1 counter on it. I wonder how that would work, actually. I don't think I've ever been in a situation to do that.
Retreat isn't a reason to lose hope. Right. Let's clean.
All right. It's a land. That's not exactly what you want to see. I mean, what do you do? I mean, look how many planeswalkers we have down now. Like, it's gonna get a little wild for our opponent here. Not much they can do. We're gonna create a 1/1 attacker just because it's unblockable, and if we could put some counters on it, that'd be pretty nice. Opponent does have the Hall of the Storm Giants too, so we might want to consider blocking with our 1/1 against that. They just keep taking away our ability to gain life by killing our Elspeth every time we try to link it up with some lifelink. Come on, man, leave it alone this time, yeah?
Let's do this together.
All right, it's a 6/6. They think that they're going to kill me here with their Hall of the Storm Giants. They think that I forgot, but I did not forget. I have the Wandering Emperor, so if they bring it out now, that's they're not being very sneaky about it. If I were them, I'd be like, oh, this guy doesn't see this, and I would be a little more sneaky about it. But they weren't very sneaky. So go ahead and make your blocks, my friend.
We will show them how we greet our enemies.
They have to block it. Regardless, they have to block it. So, oh, they just give up. All right, dropping the Wandering Emperor before they made their blocks just kind of took the wind out of their sails. So I'll take it though. GG's. I'm telling you guys, this deck is amazing. Fantastic first game. Obviously, going against a Delver deck is kind of odd. I want to see some other stuff here. Maybe some more of what the meta's got going on. But pretty solid first game. Can't keep this. There's no way. This I can keep. This I can keep. All right, hopefully on this game we can get the Lithoform engine down. That's like my favorite thing of all time to do with these Planeswalker decks, is to get the Lithoform engine down and just start cranking out like value. All right. I think I need to kill that. I cannot have that thing stay on the battlefield. So let's kill it, get it out of the way. Dude, this charm might be one of, like, by far the best charm. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I would think so. All right, let's get the Sorin down, because the Sorin can stop the Giada from attacking in. It doesn't stop the mechanic of it being able to ramp into like a 5-mana creature here, but we do have this, so I'm pretty happy with if they want to try. Nice, dude. We're drawing like a machine right now. Drawing like an absolute machine. Take it. We'll take it. No attacks. We still have the Void Ren demand, which can hit a bigger creature, so we're looking for a Doomscar though, obviously. That would be the bee's knees, as the kids say. All right. Here's what we'll do. We'll use this. You're dead. We'll attack in, which will allow us to draw a card with Kato. And then we'll generate another 2/3 flyer that they can't do anything about. Nice. All right. Well, if they swing in both here to the Sorin, they kill it. So it's a high value trade, but they're going to give up their Giada. So it's up to them. And we drew another Void Ren. But shh, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Void Ren is busted. Void Ren and Obscura Charm. Just busted. That's a good card though, because we can't get around the shield counter. We can't get around that shield counter, unfortunately. Wow, they're going for it. They are going for it. Oh, they have another one. You dirty dog. Well, we're not in a great spot here. Could use the Doomscar. Oh, Lithoform Engine. This could be our savior, if I'm being honest. because we could void rend twice and kill the warden. Dude, the warden is busted. The warden is busted. All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I need to find a Doomscar still, though. I'm gonna stick to my guns on that. I think that's something we absolutely have to have. That's annoying. That is annoying. Well, here we go. They refueled that. They refueled up on their situation very quickly. All right, we just ate their final shield counter off of that, so a Doomscar would just destroy our opponent here. We're gonna double down on Kato's ability of drawing us a card. Here we go, Lithoform Engine for the win. Come on. Come on.
I know something you don't know.
It's tough. That is tough. All right, fair enough. What's nice about this play, though, I think, is that our opponent is probably going to focus their 6/7 Valkyrie on Cato. I'll avoid Ren it. And then pray that the top deck comes this next time around. We get 2 more cards. I mean, that is if they attack that way. I would assume so. I don't know why they wouldn't. We have 26 life total, so I mean, we're safe as far as life gain, or the life draining going here. Wow, they go all face. All face here. All right, definitely getting rid of the Valkyrie, because once they gain life, that thing spits out more angels, and I can't have more angels on the field. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18. I guess they were pretty close to lethal, but they still didn't have lethal. I'm surprised they swung all to the face there. Come on, please. I need this. I need this. One more time.
There's no secret I can't uncover. I know something you don't know.
1, 2, 3 mana left over. It's game. That is game, unfortunately, man. We tried everything in our power to find that Doomscar. There's 4 of them in the deck, and we just couldn't find it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So close, guys. So close. We were trying everything in our power to find it. If we would have got it, it would have been GG's. It would have been a clean GG's. But on to the next one. Man, when you're just digging and digging and digging for that one card, man, we got I wonder how far we made it through our deck. I wonder how far we made it through our deck for that Doomscar. That's gonna haunt me, man. That is gonna haunt me. But we got a really good keepable hand to start this game off. Let's go. Hopefully it's not the same type of situation where we just get flooded with angels right away to just fighting for a sweeper. All right. See what we got here. Opponent took a mole, it looks like. Yeah, they took a mole. Opponent took a mulligan, and they're running Golgari colors so far. Okay. Tenacious Underdog. Tenacious Underdog. I don't mind taking a hit for 3 here, but I can't keep taking that hit. I would really like to find a Wandering Emperor to answer that problem, because that can come back with its blitz cost, which is super frustrating. All right, so it's Jund. We're probably going to see an Ob Nixilis here, so kicking things off early and fast with Ob Nixilis as a 3 copy. Yep, they got the perfect draw. It's fine, though. We have Teferi, and Teferi will gain us 2 life every turn, so we can kind of keep eating the damage slightly. We can't get crazy with the damage, but
Pleasure doing business.
all right, here we go.
Complex plan. Let's improvise.
Guess I should have hit the triumph there, right? It's all good though. It's all good. All they got is the devil right now, and the devil's not going to be able to kill our planeswalkers. And they've only got one more Obnixilis, so that was a good hit. Gosh, my nose is so itchy all the time, and it's just always running. Always got to have tissues on hand, man. I swear, when winter comes around, it'll be better though. I got like 6 months where it's like perfect, and then 6 months where I'm in just pain. Not pain, but just so upset. All right. They eat my Teferi, which really sucks. Needed that for the life gain, but it did cost them 3 in their charm to do so. Create another devil. Seems like a really weird thing to do. Nice. I like the Wandering Emperor off the top there. That's really good.
Now this is a juicy.
I'm definitely not playing Elspeth this turn, right? So let's play this out, and I think we hold the Wandering Emperor as our play. Because what happens here is the Obnixilis is going to plus, which is going to make it a 2, right? We take the damage. They attack in with both their devils, thinking that they could probably kill our Kato. We minus with the Wandering Emperor on one of them. But this obviously just changed everything. The Goldspan Dragon just changed everything. So the new plan, we minus on the dragon. We let Kato die because we have a backup. But the other side of the plan was that we were obviously going to put a 1/1 counter on this, which will kill their Obnixilis. Finally stops that nonsense. And Kato hits, but is that what we want to do, or do we want to get a Sorin out here to block for the Emperor? Maybe that's the play. Maybe we get down the Sorin so we can block for the Emperor here. Obviously the Blitz mechanic is floating out there, and they can get a 3/2 in here in a minute, and you hate to see that, which means one of my planeswalkers is probably going to die here. Man, that Blitz mechanic is wild. That deck is by far, I do think that this Jund and Rakdos type of list with these, you know, the Tenacious Underdog and Obnixilis, by far is probably the best deck in the meta. It's got to be. If you're trying to play a tournament, play that deck. It would be wise of you to do so. Okay. That's fair. That is fair. When I say fair, I mean completely unfair, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Asika's Chariot. That's delicious. All right. Here's what we do. We attack unblockable. Unblockable. Say sayonara to the board. Should have plussed. Should have plus Sorin. Didn't do the math on that. Or at least minus to get a 2/3 out of it. Should have done one or the other.
I could sneak right by.
I deserve to lose Sorin there. That was just ridiculous on my part to not see the Devil's abilities after the fact. That was some simple foreshadowing that I completely went over my head. We're still in a good spot though. Opponent's only got 2 cards left. We have 3. Obviously this counts as a 3rd card too, and it can get him another card, so that's kind of annoying. But we've got some draw mechanics here. All right, let's see what the Elspeth can get us. I would have loved to get an Elspeth plus on something here, but
Fight. I'm ready. You're safe now.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to attack here. I think I'm going to protect my Elspeth. I think there's a lot more value to be had with my Elspeth staying alive and plussing Kato. So if they don't have any removal magic here, then we've got ourselves a life linking Kato. And opponent sees the writing on the wall, and that's GG's. Let's go. I'm glad I held him back for the attack there. All right, dude. Once the planeswalkers start to animate, you got yourself something really good there. Lithoform engine and the Luxor is just, once those start going off, you generally win. You generally win most of your games, except when you're looking for a Doomscar. But every other occasion, you typically will win your games. I'm not salty. You're salty. All right. All right, what do we got here? Prosperous Innkeeper. We got the Obscura Charm, which is nice, but I think we prioritize getting out Kato instead of removal or counter magic. Kato drawing us cards. We're probably going to need, I hate to keep harping on it, but we're probably going to need the Doomscar here in this game because our opponent is running Selesnya build, and Innkeeper typically means that they're going to be running a lot of creatures. So let's hope we can figure that out. We might just attack in here, draw a card with Kato, and hold up one of our removal tools here. They missed their land drop. Wow. What is these ramping decks doing, missing their land drops and not... Like, why are we keeping a hand with only 2 lands when you're a ramp deck and you go first? That's just a recipe for disaster. All right. Obscura Charm gonna blow up this Intrepid Adversary because they think they're gonna kill Kato. They think. This worries me though. What in the world is that? What in the world could that be? Is it a Doomscar? I hope not. Oh, another Void Ren. Okay. I can play... No. No, I think we just hold the Void Ren open. But then I feel like we're wasting a turn here because... Yeah, I think we're wasting a turn here if we go that route. Let's go here. Opponent's missing land drops like crazy, so we just gotta take advantage of this situation. Edgewall, I'm sorry, I keep calling it Edgewall Innkeeper. I always call that card Edgewall Innkeeper. It's the Prosperous Innkeeper. It can't kill the Elspeth, but they did just find another land, which makes things a little more scary. Trying to keep Kato's loyalty down. I don't know why. It's not that important, really. All right. Come on down, Kato. Come on down. Let's go ahead and get a vigilance counter. That way they can't come back at us and attack our Elspeth. And we still have removal, by the way, with the Void Rend. I'm pretty sure our opponent's screwed here. There's not a lot you can do once this stuff starts to happen, man. Once we get Kato sorted up and drawing cards, you screwed. Oh no. Oh no, can I unequip? Oh, hold on. I could blow up my own sword, but I have another Kato. Let's not get too crazy. I have another Kato. So it was, in fact, a little bit of a Doomscar action. But guys, please pay attention to the screen because what's about to happen is next level wild. We're going to make Elspeth into a creature. We're going to give Elspeth 1/1 counters, but we're also going to Lithoform Engine and double up on said counters. And we're going to give Vigilance and Lifelink and make it a 10/10. Now I'd say that's pretty good. Oh man, the combos in this deck are wild. Absolutely wild. If only it could give indestructibility. If Elspeth could give indestructibility and hexproof, busted. Card would be it would be banned by tomorrow. I don't know why I'm even saying that. All right, we're gonna give flying in first strike now. Not a whole lot you can do about that.
Be brave. This is your fight.
First strike, 17-17. Just look how beautiful this card looks. Like just look at it. Aesthetically, it's amazing. A 17-17 flying lifelink first strike vigilance. Absolutely amazing. All right, one last game for the road, ladies and gentlemen. This should be a banger video. I really think this is a lot of fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this, man. I just want to say thanks for sticking around and hanging out with me today, man. It means the world to me that you guys are choosing to be here today. It really does. It means the world. So thank you for that. All right, we got the Kato, we got the sword, we got the engine. Some of our favorite things. These are just some of my favorite things. Oh no. This is either gonna be Hanata nonsense or it's going to be the new enchantment nonsense. Can I blow enchantments up, man? I can. The Rend can blow up enchantments.
Won't help. I'll do it myself.
Let it phase out, 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 let it phase out. Ugh. I knew it. I knew it.
You caught me.
I knew it. We're not beating this deck, I don't think. There's a lot of tools in this deck. And I'm not a fan, let's just put it that way. I am not a fan. Dude, is it still the most annoying deck, hands down, to play against, period. End of story. And I'm guessing what's going to happen on this next turn is that our opponent is going to attack in with the Goldspan Dragon, play, let's say, an Unexpected Windfall into Unlimited Treasures, and then play Leer, and then start this what's called this infinite loop of treasures and just nonsense. Okay, or they're gonna Draconic Intervention. Either way. I really hope I hit like a Rend off the top here. No, not a Rend, but hey, it's card draw. It might be card draw. Saw it coming. I mean, as far as the cards that we could be seeing come down out of our opponent's hand here, I think this is giving us a bit of a chance. I'm not seeing the same nonsense infinite loop type stuff that we normally see. All right, we'll pass the turn. Obscure Charm, hopefully to counter a spell here. Obviously, Doomscar gonna have to take care of that Goldspan when we get a chance, but gonna be pretty tough without lands. Obscure Charm coming through big time again. Such a good card, man. Such a great card. And we still get no lands. This is bad. Because now we're in a spot where if they find another Goldspan Dragon, even if we get this Doomscar off, they instant speed kill us, so. Really? Okay, it's not what we wanted to see, but it is a kill spell.
Now this is a juicy secret.
I kind of want this, man, just like, but I can't. That's just, it's too much jank too late in the game. Too much jank too late in the game. All right, Void Rend. Okay. Okay, let's hold our breath and pray that our opponent does not kill us this turn. Do this now before they can generate an additional treasure. I mean, because, you know, 15 mana versus 17 mana, big difference, you know what I'm saying? Good news is we can't be countered. Bad news is there's things called fading hopes. Nice. Okay. Oof. Poof. I need to land. Gosh, man.
I'll be taking that.
I needed to land bad. It's got to be a white source too. I need to land off the top and it needs to be a white source. That ruins my plan. I was hoping for a white source off the top there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and I could have cast the Elspeth, given this lifelink. But instead, we're sitting here with another Void Rend. I mean, it's not the worst card in the world. It does take care of instant speed. Gold spans. Come on, man, you're killing me. You're killing me. Come on, white source, white source, white source. Yes, okay, okay. Calm down, calm down, calm down. We need this to resolve. We need this to resolve. Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
I'll light your way on these dark streets. I know there's a hero inside you.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's go! Oh my God, we did it. We're back, baby. We're back, baby. Let's go. Oh my God, dude. I'm trying not to yell because my family's out there and they're probably gonna think I'm a freak, but you know what? That game was something. That is going to conclude today's gameplay portion of today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed today's list. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay footage, but if you made it this far into the video, got to give you guys a huge shout out because it helps a lot with the algorithm here on YouTube when you stay this long. So huge thank you and appreciation goes to you for that. I do appreciate it so much. With that being said, let's talk about the lists a little bit here. So typically when we break down these lists at the end, I like to try to offer up different sort of options and things you can do to change up the deck a little bit. And there's really not too much I can offer as far as changing this version of the deck. I do think personally, in my opinion, that this is the best build you could probably get with the Luxior. And the reason I'm saying that is because I have a lot of experience with Luxior builds because I went ahead and built 3 different versions of this deck. And they all obviously require planeswalkers, right? Because you need the planeswalkers in order to attach the Giada's Gift to it and get your value, right? So I was trying all sorts of things. We started off with an Elspeth because I think it's honestly one of the new best planeswalkers out there. It is phenomenal. And I really wanted to get the Elspeth to -3 and bring in a Ob Nixilis. I thought that would be ridiculously cool, but Mardu didn't work. We tried Mardu. We tried it with, you know, Tybalt and all the good Mardu, you know, Sorin and Lulth. It just did not work out the way I thought it was going to. We didn't get the tools we needed in this deck to, you know, survive long enough to, or draw enough cards. There was always some sort of small thing that was always wrong with it. So then we tried it in Bant because Bant offers a lot of really cool mechanics. I've seen some people try Bant out because, you know, things like Cosmina and Tameo are really great together because you can alt Tameo pretty quickly, but also Cosmina allows all the other planeswalkers to +2, which is great. I've seen people even bring in, you know, Grandmaster Flowers. So I thought Bant might be a pretty cool play on this deck. Still didn't feel good. I felt like we were losing a lot of games. And I thought, why not Esper? Esper has always been a very solid Planeswalker list already. It was probably the most powerful list you could play pre, you know, Streets of Capenna for a little while. So I thought, why not put it in Esper and see what we can do? And by far the best version Not even close. And we've been having a lot of fun with this deck. I'm actually going to continue playing it for some time. So we call it Walkers 2.0, and I think it's a very, very good spot. The only thing I could say about this deck is that maybe as far as changing cards go, you can obviously maybe change out Mentor's Guidance, because we have a lot of card draw built into these Planeswalkers, which is nice. But in a lot of spots, Mentor's Guidance has really helped me out. So cut this or not, you could probably get some other options and still see some value. And then we've also got Doomscar. Doomscar is a great sweeper, obviously, but if you want to, you can run Farewell. Farewell is a really tried and true, sort of removal tool, because Planeswalkers are the only thing that it doesn't hit. So Farewell is a really great removal tool in place of Doomscar. Those are just a couple of thoughts, but the rest of the deck I think is very much necessary to have all of these pieces in there. Obscura Charm and Void Rend, you don't need to run full play sets of these. Obviously, you could probably add a few more tools to the side, but I think those two cards are so unbelievably versatile that I'm just going to keep them in the deck, to be honest, because if this was destroy target creature, we might have an argument. It's destroy anything. This right here, I mean, the options on this are so vast that it just makes the most sense in the world. So I'm keeping it. I love it. I hope you guys love it. And as always, let me know in the comments down below your guys' thoughts on the deck, what you guys would do to change to make it better. But that's going to do it for today's video. It should be Friday when this comes out, but I just want to say happy Friday. Have a great weekend, guys. We're going to be trying to do more videos for you guys in the future. It was a tough week for me because we were trying to get you 7. We only got out 6, but we're going to try to up the volume a little bit on the videos. We're going to see how it goes for a little while, but just want to say thank you for sticking with me. Thanks for always being here and watching these videos. I do appreciate you all for that. And lastly, huge shout out goes to the Marty Mob. The Marty Mob, if you guys don't know, is the membership program here on the channel, and these guys help support the channel financially, which means everything to me. So thank you so much for that. I genuinely can't thank you guys enough for everything you do for me. So thanks so much. And if you guys want to learn more about the Marty Mob and maybe become a member, you can hit the join button down below, or there's a link in the description. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. We'll see you on the next one. We're taking the weekend, and then we're going to be back at it here on Monday. So we'll see you guys then. Till next time. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Spez, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't